Coming up, we'll talk about the growing theory of CM Punk and now AJ Lee being behind the Smackdown hacker. The Smackdown hacker storyline is probably one of WWE's most interesting stories and character in quite some time. The Smackdown hacker storyline gets constant updates from the WWE every week, and we're finding ourselves talking about the Smackdown hacker multiple times a week because there's just so much new content and new theories coming in on him every single day. So today we'll take a break from all the Ali, Chad Gable, and Xavier Woods theories, and we'll be looking at one of the most popular fan theories right now for the Smackdown hacker, and that's CM Punk. We've been asking you guys for your picks for the Smackdown hacker, and we saw a large amount of you all commenting and talking about how you want CM Punk to be behind the Smackdown hacker character. So let's take a look back at how this entire theory started. CM Punk has been gone from the WWE since January of 2014. After years of back and forth struggles with the company, CM Punk finally decided in 2014 that enough is enough, and he walked away from the company. Here's where things really go off the rails, and we really don't know much of what happened after that. Reportedly, it sounded like CM Punk was burnt out and needed a long break that WWE couldn't give to him. You gotta remember that CM Punk carried the WWE on his back throughout that late 2011 to 2013 window, so it's understandable that he might have been exhausted by 2014. So the way Punk has told the story, it sounded like he was prepping for a return in mid to late 2014 after he took a few months. But WWE wasn't waiting and dealing with his lack of communication anymore. As CM Punk has made it known for a while now, he was given a termination notice on his wedding day with AJ Lee. From there, the relationship between both sides has been a little shaky, to say the least. But we got our first sign of hope that their relationship might be headed in the right direction after Punk signed on to do the WWE Backstage show. WWE Backstage was an idea from Fox Studios to have a talk show about WWE, which also gave fans a behind-the-scenes look on how WWE superstars and legends feel about the current television product. Major sports have their own huge talk shows, such as ESPN's First Take and Fox's Undisputed. First Take and Undisputed are huge daily talk shows for all things sports, and the shows do great with the ratings. So WWE Backstage was created to be a WWE version of a First Take sort of talk show. However, ratings for WWE Backstage were awful. So that's when Fox brought in CM Punk. And that generated some hype for the show. If CM Punk fans wanted to see Punk, they're forced to watch WWE Backstage to see him. So that worked out. And that's where Punk is right now. So now over on Smackdown, we've been getting these teasers of this mysterious hacker, and the fun part for everyone is to discuss who they think the hacker is. That's when one fan came up with the idea of CM Punk being the Smackdown hacker. Real quick, if you made it this far and enjoy what you see, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. A large percentage of our viewers aren't even subscribed, so take a second to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any of the new daily videos. Let's get back into the story. We know Punk used to wear a lot of hoodies, and his character didn't get along that well with other superstars. So fans were just putting all the pieces together and trying to come up with some solid evidence of it being Punk. Fans have argued that we've seen the Smackdown hacker's hand, and it has no tattoos. Punk obviously has tattoos over his hands. So some fans disqualified Punk from being the hacker just for the missing hand tattoos. But here's where things get interesting. Reports claim that Fox absolutely loved the idea of CM Punk being the hacker because it built more hype and could probably bring more fans over to SmackDown. The Smackdown hacker is a storyline that's exclusive to Fox's show, Friday Night SmackDown. So any theory or idea that's going to help SmackDown will fully be supported by Fox. Fox reportedly loved it so much that their plan from there on was to mislead fans and make them really believe even more that it really was Punk behind the hacker. That's why we saw the Smackdown hacker appear on WWE Backstage when Punk wasn't on the show. The hacker also tweeted, "Do I have everybody's attention now?" which is a legendary line from CM Punk himself. They reportedly did this to intentionally get those CM Punk rumors going again, and we all took the bait and discussed the CM Punk theory. CM Punk wasn't letting them get away with it though. Punk responded to the Smackdown Hackers tweet with a facepalm gif. So it doesn't look like he approved any of this to take place. However, it looks like Fox decided to get Punk to play along. So on a recent edition of WWE Backstage, we see a hooded man appear with his back toward the camera, and the whole cast is shocked for a second. But the man turns around, and it was just CM Punk. So that was all a good troll by CM Punk or Fox. Whoever came up with that idea knows how to get people talking. Another important thing to point out is Renee Young's reaction when CM Punk is pretending to be the hacker. Renee says, "Is that the Smackdown hacker?" This is a little interesting because up to that point, we've never seen any WWE talent actually call the hacker the Smackdown hacker. So Renee Young was the first to really acknowledge him and call by the Smackdown hacker name. As far as we know, the hacker doesn't have an official name at the moment. Smackdown hacker is just the fan name. So it's quite interesting to see Renee Young officially refer to him as the Smackdown hacker. So we'll have to be on a lookout if we get an official name for the Smackdown hacker anytime soon. Their Twitter page is called The Message, and we know that they're a group, so it's possible that the group name is The Message. They just don't have the individual names. So the latest teaser from the hacker was, of course, that voicemail that we discussed earlier in the week. We pointed out how it most likely had something to do with Sasha and Bayley, but you guys pointed out another great idea. You guys said, what if the female voice in the message is a female hacker that's also part of the group? That's a great idea, and it really makes sense. The woman's voice isn't clear in the message. It is a bit distorted, and it's impossible to really make out whose voice it is. So is it possible that this is a female hacker who's using her own voice changer? It's definitely a fantastic theory. It makes a lot of sense. So this is another theory I saw some fans discussing. What if WWE used this opportunity to bring back a WWE power couple in a major way? With some fans thinking that CM Punk is the main hacker. What if the female voice is AJ Lee? And this is a project that the couple is working on together. Even with Punk and AJ both being out of wrestling for a handful of years now, they still remain as a popular wrestling couple among the community. They're very private and to themselves, so we don't get to see them much often. We see Punk on WWE Backstage, and we almost get little to no AJ at all. So what if CM Punk and AJ Lee return to the WWE as the couple that's behind the Smackdown hackers? AJ Lee noted in her book that the environment was weird backstage when she was there, and Punk was still in a battle with the WWE behind the scenes. AJ probably felt like she was talked about a lot, and the other superstars probably had a lot of things to say about them, both after they left. So this will be the perfect way for them to get their revenge on the locker room and return to WWE television. One thing WWE is absolutely amazing at is building up hype and getting expectations so high for a specific storyline. But one thing that tends to happen every single time is that WWE can never deliver with the payoff and reveal of a storyline like this. They spend months getting us invested in something, and in the end, the reveal is either flat or they just abandon the story altogether. See Eric Rowan's Cage as a perfect example of a reveal falling flat and a storyline just being completely abandoned. So history tells us not to get too excited over a storyline because chances are the reveal won't live up to the hype and build up at all. At this point, Ali has become a little too obvious. So the question now is if WWE will throw us a curveball and take Ali out of the group. If Ali and Chad Gable are revealed as the hackers, then it is a decent reveal. But when you compare Ali and Chad Gable's reveal to a CM Punk and AJ Lee reveal, then it's a no-brainer on which option fans would go with in that situation. A reveal of CM Punk and AJ Lee being behind the Smackdown hacker would be the perfect example of a payoff that really lived up to the build-up and hype. What are your thoughts on this situation? And would you like to see CM Punk and AJ Lee return to WWE? Leave your comments, don't forget to subscribe, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.